Hello, friends. It's Friday. Welcome to our village gathering. So happy to see you. We will do one card for the collective and individual cards for those who request to wrap up the week. How did it go? What did you learn? How do you go forward? My name's Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother. And I want to start out by saying 203 days until StaarCon 6. There's a link in the description if you don't know what I'm talking about. Get your ticket. All right. And I was so happy when I got here today. I saw that Audrey M. and Caroline McLaughlin had both told me the collective cards, kind of right at the same time. So thank you, thank you. Thank you, both of you, for being members, and thank you for that support. All right. We started out the week with the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Swords reversed. Whole question about how do we build community? How do we end the week as a collective? King of Wands reversed. And I feel like a lot of this is about figuring out where we're going to put our energy. Where do each of us as individuals need to put our energy? And where do we collectively need to put our energy? This does not answer that question, but it does tell us what the question is. And so going forward, let that be a focus. Where is our energy best? All right, let's get to the individual reading, starting with Caroline McLaughlin. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, Caroline, and for using members-only emojis. On Monday, you had the Lovers. Today, the Hanged Man reversed. So I will notice that they're both major arcana cards. And if you think about the Hanged Man reversed and the Lovers, there is something there about you get to choose. You get to decide. And so there is something this week that has empowered you to feel comfortable making decisions about a particular thing. And going forward, I think it's about recognizing that when you're in control of a situation, you're in control of it. And just the responsibilities and the privileges that go along with that. All right. For Audrey, it's so great to see you. Thank you for being a member for more than 3 years and for using members-only emojis. You had the Nine of Cups on Monday, and now the Devil. And I think when we look at this week, you are really focused on staying positive, and you're focused on putting your energy where you want your energy to be, appropriately. But sometimes that takes some doing. Like sometimes it is very clearly having to actively focus your energy because your energy wants to go off in other directions, not as helpful. So good job keeping yourself focused. Smile Soul 20, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and a moderator. Wrapping you up with Judgment reversed. And I think there's something here about, putting closure to the past, but not putting closure to your dreams, goals, and desires. Over on Instagram, Linda Rogers, it's so great to see you. I hope you're doing great. Let me give you a card to wrap up your week. Linda Rogers, Six of Swords. This week, I think you did a fabulous job staying in your logical mind. And in doing that, you moved yourself forward. Audrey M., I am looking forward to seeing you on Sunday as well. And that's a good reminder for everyone. This Sunday, 4 p.m., we have our monthly tarot meetup at Panera Bread in Palm City. Hope to see you there if you're local. Horse-drawn portrait, so great to see you. Thanks for being here on Twitch. Glad you're here. Happy Friday. And it is, pointing out, it is Friday the 13th. That is the first time I've thought about that today. But it is indeed Friday the 13th. Great day to do magic. Horse-drawn portrait, let me give you a card to wrap up your week. And thank you for your support on Twitch. We appreciate you. Two of Cups. Horse, this week, I think you did a fabulous job communicating and connecting with others, building relationships, your favorite card, perfect, building relationships, connecting with others, and being in a good relationship with yourself and spirit as well. Well done. Okay, back over to YouTube we go with Claire C. So happy to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members only emojis. You had the sun on Monday, I remember. And now the Four of Swords reversed. So hopefully you have been busy in the sunshine, either literally or metaphorically all week, Claire. I think this is an energy that is going forward. You are raising your energy, you're raising your activity, and you're really raising your commitment to your own happiness. And it's a beautiful thing. Over on Instagram, Gypsy Grounded in Reality. So great to see you. Here we go. Gypsy Grounded in Reality. 7 of Cups reversed. So this week, I think there has been a fair amount of anxiety. And I think it's important for you to look at what is really the source of that anxiety and what can you do about that. Good luck. Mix you ear, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We're going to do you and Barbie. Barbie, are you here? I know Mix you ear is not. Are you? But Barbie, thank you for being a member as well. Okay, here we go. So, Mix you ear, you started the week with the Ace of Cups. I love this for you. And now the Emperor. And I think you are really learning how to create your life in a way that feels loving and stable and good community. And that's what you're working on doing, and you're doing a good job with it. Michelle Mixuir in Toronto. Barbie Bird, just as I'm calling your name, you got here. Good timing. Thanks for being here, Barbie, and thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. You got the Star reversed on Monday, and now the Emperor reversed. And I think it's interesting that Mixuer got the Emperor upright. You got it reversed. So Mixuer may have had a better week with community than did you. But this is the interesting thing, right? Star reversed, Emperor reversed. Both major arcana cards. And neither of them terrible in their reversal, but it just leaves us with that sort of meh feeling that we've been having. And this speaks, I think, too, to bad leadership, which is something you and I have talked about at your job. So I feel like this week, Barbie, you have been actively working on figuring out what the issues are, acknowledging them, and trying to figure out how to make correction. Barbie says, been a tough week, but figuring it out. And I think that's the right thing to do. Yeah, personally at least. And I think, figure it out personally, and that will be reflected professionally. Certainly. Kay Talks Live. So great to see you. Thanks for being here, Kay. Here is a card for you. 5 of Pentacles reversed. So Kay, this is all about opportunity. And I know you are working really, really hard to create opportunity for yourself and for your family. And I know there are times when you're like, what the actual heck? But you're doing it, Kay. You are doing what you need to be doing. That's the important thing. Over on Instagram, beautiful Gemini. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Happy Friday from Seattle, where it's snowing. No. Okay. Beautiful Gemini over on Instagram. Knight of Swords reversed. This week, leadership and communication has not been what you would want it to be. So it may be leaders who are not communicating with you. It may be you not being able to communicate with the people you want to communicate with, but it's frustrating. We recognize the frustration. Don't let it hang you up. Keep trying to do what you need to do. That's the bottom line. And Annette over on Facebook, thanks for liking the stream. Let me know if you have a question. Back over to YouTube we go with Candy B. Thanks for being here. We're going to do you and Marlon. On Monday, you had the King of Pentacles reversed. And now the Tower reversed. What's up with that, Candy? So King of Pentacles reversed, Tower reversed. There are ways that you are not feeling like things are as stable and buttoned up as you would like them to be, but I feel like you're not sure what to do to fix it. That's okay. Keep asking the questions and you will find the answers. Marlon had the Two of Swords reversed to start the week. And now the King of Pentacles. So I think Marlon is sort of finding his groove. And that's a good thing. But I think it's interesting when the two, like sometimes the two of you are very matched. And sometimes you're very mismatched. Like this week, you're very mismatched. Marlon has sort of found his groove. I don't think you have. And if that's like professional or separate or whatever, that's fine. Whatever, you'll do it too. But if it's about what's going on at home, that's something you'll have to pay attention to because there may be things that work for him that aren't working for you. Teresa, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. And thanks for being a moderator, Teresa. It's good to see you. You had the Magician on Monday. And now the Moon reversed. So 2 major arcana cards that they both start with M. I don't know that that's going to be important here. But it's interesting, 2 major arcana cards. And both of them, if you think about Moon reversed as solving the mystery and Magician as like tools and communication, like this is a high level message, Teresa, that you are figuring out what you need to figure out on every level. Keep it going. It's a good thing. Over on Instagram, DePonte, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. Wrapping up your week with the Hanged Man reversed. You did a good job this week being very forward, moving yourself forward, being intentional, getting the work done even when it was hard. Well done. That's an energy you probably want to continue. All right. Renji, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. 9 of Swords reversed is how you started. Well, at least it was reversed. And now the Star reversed. I feel like, Ren, you're sort of in this in-between right now, where it's okay. It's okay. Not great. Not terrible, but not great. And I think the question is, what can you do to kind of get this to a point where there's more healing, more hope, and more satisfaction? That's what we're looking for. All right. Baby Cakes, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Wishing everyone a happy Friday. Here we go, Baby Cakes. The Sun reversed. So, this week was okay. It was fine. I feel like you're not as happy as you could be. Happy enough. Not as happy as you could be. So going forward, we're going to work on what makes you happy. 64 Amy Penn, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. On Monday, you had the 2 of Swords. And now the Sun. So Amy, I think you've really learned not to let anyone piss in your Cheerios. And you've learned to just be happy. And that is the right thing to do. Good job. Good job. Oh, feedback from Candy. Grateful, working on my groove. Yep, that's what you got to do. Oh, Barbie, it is also snowing in Toronto. Fabulous. Okay, Christina R., my good friend. Good to see you. I know your mom, Karen, is going to be presenting at StaarCon. Will you be coming to StaarCon too? That was threatened by your mother at one point. Hope you can. Okay, here we go. Monday was the Five of Pentacles reversed. And now the Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like at the new job, things are working out, but you don't have that much of a voice yet. And I think you're going to be starting to learn to use your voice to be heard at work. And then there's in the rest of your life, building the rest of your life socially and all of that. Okay. Now, Karen started with the King of Pentacles. And now we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. And this is a very positive reversal. There's a lot here that says financially, health-wise, and in other ways, things are getting better. And for Kim, this is Christina R.'s sister Kim. Knight of Pentacles reversed is how we started. And now Strength reversed. This was definitely a frustrating week. And I think the key is you just keep on going. Frustrations happen. Don't take it too hard. Don't spiritualize it. Just keep on going. Lee Kenyon, my good friend, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. No question, just here to soak up warm feels. Glad you're here. Martha Vink, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Monday's card was the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And now the King of Cups. You know, I think all of this is about everything that you're going through preparing for retirement. And we know, like, retirement for Methodist ministers is probably different than other careers. You know, we know you'll still be in it. You'll still do weddings and funerals. You'll still guest preach now and again. But it's still a major transition. It involves a real estate transition. And you're on top of it and you're making it happen. It's not easy, but that's the thing. All right, Lily H., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. You started with the King of Wands. I remember that. And thanks for using members only emojis. So you started with the King of Wands. And now the Knight of Swords. There is no stopping you, Lily. You are on fire and just breezing through. I really feel like King of Wands, Knight of Swords, you may be planning travel. You may be getting things done, taking care of business. It's happening quickly. You are on top of it. Divyan Shamishra, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Two of Cups reversed. I feel like there is disappointment and upset in the romantic life. And I also feel like there's ways that you don't necessarily have as much faith in yourself or as much self-esteem as you could. So I feel like that is, you know, something to work on going forward. Robin Renee over on Instagram. So nice to see you. Here's your wrap-up card. Robin Renee on Instagram. Six of Wands. Look at you. This week, it's all about victory. It's all about what you're doing well and recognizing what you're doing well. Divyan, you are very, very welcome. Lena, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, Lena. This is a card to wrap up the week that was. Page of Wands. I think you did a really great job this week communicating, being creative, learning, expressing yourself. All of that, all good, well done. All right. Spirit Connections, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year and for using members only emojis. Ace of Swords reversed, I remember, but now Devil reversed. So one cancels the other out. Like, whatever the problem was, you have found a way to disengage and detach from anything that's going to bring difficulty or negativity to you. So well done. Hey, Autumn Pond, it's so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. Due to a change of schedule, haven't been able to tune in. We have missed you. So glad you're here. Here is a wrap-up card for you, Autumn Pond. And I love it. Ace of Swords. This week, you did a good job doing the right thing, communicating well, working with technology, and following your own values and morals. Well done. Can't ask for better. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members only emojis. You started with the 9 of Pentacles. Here we go, Melissa. You started with the 9 of Pentacles. And now the 9 of Wands reversed. So I think it's interesting that you have 2 9s. 9 being the number of fullness. And with the 9 of Pentacles, there's so much confidence. With the 9 of Wands reversed, it's like, man, enough already. And I think this is you just really getting ready for big changes and big moves in your life. And that's exciting. Christina, it's so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members only emojis. Ace of Cups reversed was your Monday card. I don't love that, but here we are. Wheel of Fortune, though. So whatever it was, Christina, whatever that Ace of Cups reversed was a reference to, you turned it around like you always do. You did a great job this week, just rolling with things, staying positive, and using positive energy and opportunities to your best advantage. Well done. Betty Flusher, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. The Sun reversed. So Betty, what I see here is it was a fine week. You're fine, but not as happy as you could be, not as confident as you could be. So going forward, the prescription is you got to work on happiness and confidence. Hey, Chan1920, so nice to see you on Twitch. Would you like a card to wrap up your week? I'm very well. Hope you're doing well too. Let me know if you'd like a Friday card. All right, Christina, you are very welcome. Chand1920. Oh yeah, sure. Good. Okay, so this is wrapping up your week. So here's the thing, and Chand, you say I do have issues going on, but here we go. You got Temperance. Those of you who know me know this is my favorite card in the whole deck. But beyond that, Chand, issues, yes, but also solutions. Solutions come from patience, creativity, and not looking for perfection. Find the right balance, find the right blend. I think that's what you're already working on, and that is going to be your way through this. Good luck. Hey, Jackie Masters, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Lisa E., great to see you. Thanks for being here. Wrapping you up, and Jenna. Okay, here we go. So Lisa, wrapping you up with the 8 of Cups reversed. This week you have either been stubborn or tenacious. You are definitely hanging on to something. If it serves you, great. If it doesn't, you might want to change that. All right, and for Jenna, Justice reversed. Jenna, there is something going on here right now that really feels like it's not fair. But the question is it something that is really not fair directed at you personally? Or is it just not fair in the way that life is not fair? And what can we do about it? Spirit connections. Christine. Thank you, Christiana. Spot on. I disengaged and detached. I remembered it really is worth engaging in a battle. Oh, I remembered, is it really worth engaging in a battle that brings my energy down? There you go. Martial arts friends reminded me to choose wisely. That's why we keep good friends around us. There you go. Joanne Ellis, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Look at you, Joanne. You got the sun. Good job this week. Good job being confident. Good job being strong in yourself. And good job looking for happiness. Well done. Ronnie over on Vertical. I haven't seen you in so long. It's so nice to see you. Glad you're here. I'm just going to go right on in and give you a card, my dear friend. Okay, so Ronnie over on Vertical. This is a card for you to wrap up your week. How about that? Oh, what a week it has been for you, Ronnie. 9 of Wands reversed. I feel like whether it's the week or just life in general, it feels like a lot. It feels a little overwhelming. And I think you in your life have gotten really good at detaching from what you don't have to be attached to and not letting other people's drama get to you. But I feel like there is something here where your good self-care and your good boundaries are going to be really important. And again, I know you've gotten good at that. K-Talks, you are very welcome. Very welcome. Chong 1920, you're very welcome. And Jackie Masters, I am clocking that you're at work. All good. Ronnie, you are very welcome. All right, here we go. Revival of Venus, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for you, certainly. There's that 8 of Cups reversed. I am thinking primarily tenacity for you, where it's really about having to stick to something and figure it out even when it's hard. Doesn't feel like the easiest week, but you're doing what you need to do. Jennifer Melissa Diaz, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Glad you're here. Here's a card for you to wrap up your week. Ace of Cups reversed. I think there are legit ways that you have not been feeling the love. That people who should be more appreciative, people who should be more understanding, maybe are not being. And, you know, it's the lesson. Cannot let anyone piss in your Cheerios. And the understanding that people only have the emotional maturity that they have. And there it is. And I think you often end up absorbing that from other people. Sometimes it's what you have to do. Sometimes I think you're learning how to experience without absorbing. But there it is. Joyous Ocean coming in to us from Kenya. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. And for using members only emojis. We're going to do you and Jada. Okay. We've got, for you, Joyous Ocean, Dion, you had the Knight of Swords and now the Ace of Pentacles. I think you did so well this week, handling what you have to handle, getting to where you need to be. You're on top of it and doing what you need to do. And for Jada had the Six of Pentacles reversed. I remember that. And now Justice. And what's interesting about the Six of Pentacles and Justice is in the Weight deck, they're the only 2 cards that have scales. And I think at the beginning of the week, we saw Jada measuring things and saying, this is not fair for me. Maybe now Jada is coming to an understanding that it is. But broadly, I think Jada is working with these issues of fairness and lack of fairness and recognizing that the world is not fair. And so how do you find that balance? And I think deeply and spiritually, this is what Jada is working with. Naturel, so good to see you on Twitch. It's Friday, so we're doing the Friday weekly wrap up. Where I will give you a card. I will give you a card to wrap up your week. If you have a specific question, if you want to go ahead and ask it, you can. And I will interpret your weekly card in that context. So let me know if there is a specific question. Otherwise, I'll just give you the weekly card without that context. Okay. Shirley Meador, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's your wrap-up card. The Devil. Okay, Shirley, I think this may have been a tough week. I think this may have been a week where you had a lot to deal with or a lot to think about. Going forward, try not to take responsibility for things that are not your responsibility. That's really the key. All right. Over to Instagram, Panini Kalua, who is Nalini Kalu. So great to see you. Your Monday card was the Moon reversed. Okay, so you started with the Moon reversed and now the Eight of Pentacles. I wonder if you had some really good brainstorming ideas regarding career and regarding your life forward. It seems like you're making some plans and figuring things out. Okay, Natural. And just to let everyone know, I am planning on being here tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern, where you can ask specific questions. Natural, you have a specific question. I'll pull your weekly card and interpret it in this context. You're wondering if there will be communication between you and the person you're thinking of. And I do feel when we look over this past week, you have not, whether it's regarding this person or just in general, I feel like you really have not been feeling the love in the ways that you would like to be. And that's a real thing. But I would also interpret this to say, I don't know that you can anticipate that that will happen at all. I would say definitely do not sit around and wait for that. Meet other people too, I think is going to be necessary. Terry Rosario, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for using members only emojis. Terry will be presenting at StaarCon as well. Okay, Terry, you get the Hanged Man reversed. I think this week you really got into a good mindset where if you can't control it, you can't control it. If you can control it, you will. And otherwise, you're not letting things bother you, and that's how it should be. Naturel, you are very welcome. Okay, Jackie Masters, thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. Looking forward to seeing you at StaarCon. Thanks for using members only emojis. You started the week with the Hanged Man reversed. And now the Ace of Pentacles reversed. I wonder if you've been thinking about the career shift you want to have and trying to figure out how to make it happen. There is definitely some planning here around work, career, and money. Terry Rosario says, absolutely. Good. Hey, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for being here on Twitch. On Fridays, we do a card for the week that was. I'm happy to do that card for you and interpret it in the context of your question. You want to know if P will unblock you. And I mean, this week, the Fool reversed, I feel like it has been a difficult week for you and you are not quite sure generally what you want to be doing. What I'm going to say is I don't know with this card if P will or will not unblock you, but my feeling is why don't you just block them? Because with the Fool reversed, like there's nothing to chase here. Maybe you just block them and then you don't have to worry about it. Theranaya, so good to see you. You're coming up. Mary Jesus is next. And you've got a specific question too. You've got a particular question too, Mary Jesus. You've got exams coming up, so I'll do your weekly card in that context. Okay, Mary Jesus. 7 of Wands reversed. I think this week you did a good job connecting with others and not feeling so alone or isolated. And I think, especially if you're studying with your fellow classmates, you're likely to do well. Hey, what's up? I know. I wanted to communicate with them. But sometimes in life there's the things we want, and then there's the things that are good for us. Sometimes those are two different things. Good luck. Terry Rosario, I want to say a huge thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Theranaya, as promised, here we are. Wrapping you up with the King of Cups reversed. So this week, I feel like your happiness was not or could not be a priority. And that's a tough thing. I feel like going forward, it's going to be important to recognizing that your happiness matters. And if there are people around you who should be prioritizing your happiness and are not, you need to pay attention to that. Bex Tarot over on Instagram. So good to see you. Bex Tarot will be presenting at StaarCon 6. Bex, it's great to see you. Here is a card for you. It's been a week, huh? Okay, Bex, wrapping you up with the 10 of Swords reversed. I agree, it's been a week. But here's the thing. There is only so much of this that is yours to process. Some of it is really other people's stuff. Some of it is really just drudgery and ridiculousness. So you just have to not take that on. The stuff that is yours to process is pretty manageable. And I think that's what you got to do going forward. Not an easy week is what it is. The reversal for me is a positive thing here. All right. And while we're over on Instagram, Anka K, good to see you. Anka K, here we go. Monday was the Hierophant, and now the 8 of Wands reversed. Be careful that you're not stubbornly hanging on to something that isn't going to serve you. And also be careful that if you're thinking outside the box and it is serving you, you don't let people talk you out of it. Decide what you're going to hang on to and believe in and what you're not. Salam, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's your Friday card. 10 of Pentacles. This week, I think you did a good job with family, finances, and home. And those are all really important things. Ivofer, good to see you over on Vertical. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you'd like a card. DigiWitch Vibes, you joined. Thank you so much for being a member. We really appreciate you. Would you like a card to wrap up your week? And thanks so much for being here. Love and Light Vibe, thank you for being here. Here we go. Love and Light Vibe. Okay. 5 of Swords reversed. Love and Light, you did a fabulous job this week. Negotiating, being diplomatic, working with people, and figuring things out. Very well done. Jackie Masters, thank you. Spot on. You are very welcome. Okay. DigiWitch Vibes, good to see you. Here is a card for you. And once again, thanks for becoming a member. Everyone, please welcome DigiWitch to membership. There's a whole playlist of members only stuff, and there's usually 1 or 2 members only events each month, and I'll occasionally put up some members only videos as well. So thank you so much. DigiWitch, here we go. Wrapping up your week with the King of Swords. Well, look at you. Look at you. DigiWitch, this week you did a good job with high-level communication and understanding, leadership, and integrity. Communication, understanding, leadership, integrity. Perfect. Hey, Trey, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. You are in the queue. Up next, we have Donna. Good to see you, Donna. Thanks for being a member. Donna, you get the Knight of Pentacles, and I know you've been traveling, and I know you've been helping other people. And this week, I think there's a lot here about your own grounding and your own journey, like really being focused on your own journey and what you need appropriately. Carolina McMahon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member and for using members only emojis. We have a tea break. Hang on. Carolina McMahon, Knight of Wands. This week you did a really good job focusing on what's going to move you forward. Very well done, Carolina. Trey Cameron, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We are wrapping you up with Justice Reversed. Trey, are there ways that you're feeling out of balance? Are there ways that you're feeling like things are not fair? One way or the other, I feel like this may not have been the easiest week. So let's turn this right side up and hope for a better weekend. Carolina McMahon, thank you, and I loved our reading last week. I did too. Thank you so much. Jeannie Mnuchin, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. Monday was the 6 of Pentacles. And now the 5 of Cups. And I think it's an interesting thing. Like you've got this weird chicken and egg problem that you're dealing with and trying to figure out how to deal with it, trying to find solutions, staying positive, but it's hard. But you're doing it. That's really the key. You're doing it. Trey, womp womp. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Trey. Vaishali, so good to see you. Monday was the Page of Wands reversed, I remember. And now the 8 of Pentacles reversed. And I think there's a whole thinking here around education, career, what do you want to do and how are you going to get it done? And I think you're figuring that out, and that's appropriate. All right. Where are we? Let's see. Who did I miss? Jeannie, you are very welcome. So good to see you. All right. I feel like we are coming to last call. So, my friends, if I accidentally missed you, it was not my intention. Please reiterate your request. If you're just getting here, or if you've been here but haven't asked, it is last call for readings. I want to remind you of a couple of things. Number one, I am available for readings. There's a link right in the description to book with me. Please do. Number two, if you happen to be local, we have our in-person tarot meetup this Sunday, and we have Third Tuesday Tarot Tuesday evening. There are tickets for that available on my website. StaarCon is 203 days away. Learn about it and get your tickets. There's a link to do that as well. I will be back, or at least I'm planning to be, tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you can ask anything at all. And if you missed our class this past Wednesday on interpreting cards, past, present, and future, and what that really means, check it out. The link is up. You can watch the replay. My friends, I appreciate you so much. Thanks to the members, the moderators, people helping out with super chats and super stickers. I'm looking at you, Terry Rosario. I appreciate all of you so very much. I will look forward to seeing you soon.